All right, everybody, welcome back to the Mic'd Up Podcast with Zach and Dom.
Yes, sir. Today's episode 9, and we've got a bunch of CS to talk about, don't we?
Yeah, a bunch, man.
Whole lot.
Lots happened in the past couple weeks.
Whole lot. You want to
Um,
kick us off?
right. So first thing I want to cover is that Vitality are on a 16 map win streak on LAN. So in person, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
When both teams are there. That's the fourth highest streak in CS history. It's insane, man.
Yeah.
Right now, Vitality are the team to beat.
Yeah, what's number one?
Yeah. What's number one?
Yeah.
Well, it back in the day before NIP, it's like 60 some. Like 60 some matches.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's like back before majors and shit even existed.
Yeah.
Like that was before, that was a long time ago. That's like before it was really an esport.
Yeah, no one will ever.
No, I don't think so. It's crazy. Mal's are the only team right now that can even come close to beating Vitality. In the Blast Open Lisbon Grand Finals, it ended 3-2, right? So that's the first time Mouse has taken a map off of Vitality since Rio of 2024. And Vitality actually lost that. Mouse actually beat Vitality there, but that was a different roster.
Yeah.
Right? Both teams had different rosters.
Yeah.
So it's like it's insane that nobody can beat Vitality right now. It's absolutely insane. Next thing I want to say or bring up is a congratulations to Fallen, the Brazilian opper on Furia. He is the first and only opper to hit 10,000 kills on LAN.
Wow.
Yeah, absolutely
10,000?
insane. Yeah.
That's nuts.
10,000 on LAN. It's absolutely insane. Highest in CS history, of course. First and only to have 10,000. Right. Absolutely insane. It's a huge accomplishment for Fallen and for Brazilian CS. And don't get me wrong, I've talked a lot of shit about Brazilian CS recently. and I will stick to that. They are not that good. They still need to make some changes. But Fallen is for sure one of the best. Like when he was in his prime, he was so good, dude.
That's crazy.
He was a beast.
10,000 fucking kills.
Yeah. He's also, he's been playing since the game came out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And at a professional level, like 1.6 or some shit like that is when he started. Absolutely insane. Next thing I want to talk about is a big roster change. So Shuhei, the former IGL of Mouse, the one, right? So he left. He is on loan to Liquid, presumably just for the major.
Yeah, I saw that.
Right. So presumably just for the major. We don't know if it'll be like a full-on thing after if they go if it goes well. He replaces Twist as the IGL on Liquid. They bench the Australian player JKS. JKS was good in my opinion, but I think him and Naf both kind of like play slow. They kind of just anchor is what it's called. They anchor a bomb site. So it's kind of conflicting there. So now I think with Shuhei on the team, it'll be a good change. I think it'll help a lot. Although it didn't go well in their first showing today, but we'll talk more about that in a little while. We'll talk more. But staying on the realm of roster changes, it's pretty much confirmed that Monacy is signed with Falcons in what is the highest, paid contract. Yeah, pretty sure he's making upwards. What I heard was something around 40,000 a month, which is absolutely insane. And that doesn't even include prize money.
Yeah.
If him and Nico end up going to win some tournaments.
Yeah, that's just base salary.
Right, that's just base. However, I do think Falcons will make more roster changes after the major. If you know what I mean, right? So, I don't think this is I think they're gonna try and get Nico the dream team that they promised him. I don't think this is at all what that is. But at least Mondesi is reuniting with Nico. That's awesome. It's beautiful to see. Nico's one of the reasons Mondesi has grown to be one of the greatest players in the game. Mondesi's obviously going to replace Dexter on the Falcons. Dexter was their opper, so they no longer need him if they have Mondesi.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's pretty obvious. I think that's it for, that's it for, Mondesi. I don't think I have anything else to say, right? Like, it's the biggest trade in history.
Yeah.
It's absolutely insane. A couple $1 million contract, that's for sure. And of course, Falcons have the money to do so, right? They're Saudi Arabian organization.
Oh wow.
Right. Yeah. So they
can literally
yeah.
do anything they want.
Yeah. They buy whoever they want, whenever they want.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's all a matter of if the team wants to sell them, right? On some crazier shit though, EF Eternal Fire, they sold all the players. The org, they no longer have the 5 players that they've been going on absolute runs with. So all 5 of those players were now sold to Aurora, right? So the Turkish or Eternal Fire is a Turkish organization, and so a lot of organizations in CounterStrike are sponsored by gambling sites and gambling other things like Stake or 1xBet or anything else. And in Turkey, the government does not allow that. That's illegal, right? You can't be sponsored by a gambling company. So I don't know if they were already being sponsored and they didn't want to get caught, so they just had to quickly sell. I don't know I don't know. I'm not saying that that's what happened, but it kind of seems like it. Because, I mean, all of a sudden they just have to quickly sell the team when they're doing good.
Yeah, did they sell the whole team?
Yeah, all 5 players now play for Aurora.
Like the rights and everything, they're no longer a team.
Well, Eternal Fire is still an organization, but Aurora just bought the players from Eternal Fire. So, since Aurora bought the all 5 players, they keep the same rankings, right? So just what they were doing on Eternal Fire now is just called Aurora. It's just a completely different organization. It has nothing to do with. I mean, that's all it really changes is the name that they're playing for.
Damn, that's crazy.
Right, it's absolutely insane. Yeah, it's crazy, dude. Because they were doing so good, right? They're beating a lot of people. They were top 5, bro.
Yeah.
They're insane. And then all of a sudden, Aurora comes in and has to buy them out. Right? But they keep the same ranking because they got all 5 players. Right? So that's always nice. In Falcon's case.
Yeah.
In Falcon's case, they got to keep all 5, or the ranking, because they got the core from Heroic, right? They got 3 of the main players. So if you get the majority of the players from a team, you get to keep that ranking that team had.
That's interesting.
Right. It's kind of crazy.
Really interesting.
All right, finally in the world of Counter-Strike, we've got today. We come to today. All that happened within last week. But today PGL Bucharest started, and some crazy stuff happened. So the Falcons ended up getting beaten 2-0 by Complexity. And Complexity had Elige on their team before he went to FaZe on the player break. And when they had Elige on the team, Elige was able to pretty much carry him through the Tier 1 tournaments. Once they lost Elige, they changed some other things and started solely playing Tier 2 tournaments. They weren't a high enough rank to play in the
Tier 2.
Tier.
Talked about Complexity.
Exactly.
And they just 2-0'd Falcon?
They 2-0 Falcons, dude.
It's crazy.
But in those Tier 2 tournaments, dude, they're on a 15-game win streak. They're up, they're doing the same thing Vitality's doing in the Tier 2 scene. They're crazy right now. They were able to 2-0 Falcons. Absolutely insane. The next crazy result is Astralis beating FaZe. Right? So we were just talking about Elige going to FaZe. Everybody was thinking FaZe was going to be a contender for, trophies like Vitality and Mouse and all them. But, I mean, it's just, they've had such a disappointing result since Elijah's been there. And don't get me wrong, Elijah was living in the US and had to move to Europe. So, like, I'd give you a couple months, or a month to get used to that, you know what I mean? But now it's been like 3-4 months, 3 months. And they just got beat by Astralis. And Astralis is ass, so there's no reason they should be getting beaten by Astralis, if I'm being honest. Astralis is not good.
Damn.
Yeah. It's awful. So FaZe need to do something, dude. They need to get some shit together. But I think they will. The other crazy game is Mongols, bro. We've talked about the Mongols.
Mongolian team.
They've been doing super good, right? They played against 3D Max and ended up losing 2-1. So 3D Max is the French squad.
Yeah, haven't we talked about 3D Max?
We've talked about 3D Max a few times, but they're like, one of those just fresh off tier 2, kind of a tier 1.5 team, where they're beating a lot of these, like, they're destroying tier 2 teams. It's kind of hard for them to compete against those top teams, right? So this is a huge win for them, right? Because Mongols was ranked in the top 5 in the Valve rankings, maybe even top 3, dude. Like, they might have been number 3, 4, maybe.
When did the rankings come out? Have they come out yet?
They should. Let me look it up. Well, I don't. Is updated tournament performance. Let me see if HLTV has. Oh yeah, Valve Global rankings on April 6th, 2025.
Today?
We have, today. We have Vitality is 1, Mouse is 2, Spirit 3, Mongols 4, Eternal Fire 5, which now Aurora, Navi 6, G2 7, FaZe 8, Falcons 9, 3D Max is now 10.
Damn.
I don't think today's matches are included in this.
Yeah.
But they might be. But I don't think, because if I feel like the Mongols would have dropped to 5th, and Aurora would have went up to 4th, because Aurora won today and the Mongols did not.
Yeah, it's probably not updated.
So yeah. But yeah, that's your top 10. Just outside of that, we have VP at 11. Astralis is 12 somehow. Fucking terrible. Liquid's 13, which is just unfortunate. This is definitely not updated because it still has JKS on Team Liquid. Anywho. Right. So, like I said, we were going to talk about Liquid some more. So once they got Shuhei, people were thinking like, yeah, that's the best move possible, because Twist was new as an IGL, and he's kind of been sucking at it. So now they got a good IGL. Twist can focus on killing people, so it should be good. And they go out and play Legacy. Bet you never heard of them.
Nope.
Exactly.
And they lost.
They're guess who Legacy is? Yet another Brazilian team.
Oh shit.
Dude, we have like 6 Brazilian teams, dude. Just get 2 of them that are good. I don't understand.
Yeah.
But yeah, they 2-0'd Liquid.
Damn.
For no reason, dude. Liquid should have went out there and 2-0'd Legacy all day, any day of the week. Any day of the week.
Damn.
Makes no sense. Don't get me wrong. Shui's been on the team for 6 days. So he's not used to everything.
Yeah,
he's not.
yeah.
I get it.
Learning new shit.
Right. But come on, Legacy. That's absurd. I mean, they're fucking terrible. Let's see where Legacy is.
They're like a
Guess what their world.
strictly a tier two
Guess what
team.
their world ranking is.
Is it top
Just
30?
guess. Just guess. Just guess any number. Guess.
Number 30.
No.
35. Higher, lower?
45.
Damn. Damn.
Remember, I just told you Liquid was 13.
Yeah, it's number 13. Yeah.
Why are we losing to this team?
So I mean, I can see why they lost, but at the same time, it's like the roster. You guys are significantly better than these other guys. It doesn't matter. It shouldn't matter how well you play together, how well you fit together. None of that. Just go out there and fucking beat these dudes.
Yeah. Yeah. Trust me.
Yeah, that's nuts.
I know. Absolutely insane. The peak Valve ranking that Legacy has achieved is 31.
That's
And
your
that
best
was
ever.
in the past year,
Okay.
and it was October of 2024. Since then, it has gone straight down. The lowest they got was 59, and that was last 2 months ago. So they've been on an up and up. Don't get me wrong.
Damn.
Don't get me wrong. But still unacceptable
Yeah.
on Liquid's
Yeah,
part,
inexcusable.
right? Yeah, inexcusable
Yeah.
for sure. But I think that's all I have for today's news.
What about last week's the grand finals?
Well, the grand finals of last week, I kind of already talked about that. It was Mal's Vitality,
Okay.
and
Oh yeah.
and it was 3-2. Mal, it was the first time Mouse has won a map in Vitality since
Okay.
since Rio 2024. It was a close game. Mouse actually were leading it at one point, but map 4 was 13-7 or
That's
something
what we
like
were
that, and
watching at
then
the
map
bar, wasn't
5
it?
was also 13-7. Mm,
We
I
were
don't
watching
remember.
Vitality and someone at the bar when we pulled up.
It might have been Vitality Spirit. I don't remember
Yeah,
because
it was.
that
It
was
was.
That was Saturday,
Yeah.
right? So yeah, the grand finals was Sunday.
So Spirit moved
But
down
yeah,
to
so
3.
yes. Um, but for sure, not for sure. I don't know why I said for sure. Map 4 of the grand finals was 13-7, I believe, and then map 5 was also 13-7. So Vitality just closed it in a convincing fashion.
Yeah.
Map 1 was a 13-0. It was the first ever 13-0 in the grand final history. In a big LAN event, like on a stage, I'm pretty sure first ever 13-0. Insane. So Vitality are just dogs, dude.
Yeah, no one comes close to him.
No. Well, Mouse does
Yeah.
come a little close, but you just seen like
That's the closest
13.
The three
maps Vitality won 13-0, 13-7, 13-7. Just absolute blow them out.
Yeah.
Blew them out of the water. And the 2 maps they lost 13-11, 13-11.
Damn.
Pretty sure. Let me go check that, so I'm not just talking out of my ass. Let me check this. Results. Oh, come on. Really? Oh, that's why. It's because I had freaking this. It filtered to PGL Bucharest. All right, let me find what day was that on. Grand finals was what day was last Sunday?
30th.
The 30th. March 30th. Yep, Vitality Melon. Yeah, so 13-0. Yeah, Literally. Map 1, 13-0. Map 2, 13-11. Map 3, 13-11. Map 4, 13-7. Map 5, 13-7.
Damn.
So, I mean, Vitality could have 3-0'd them again.
Yeah.
It was fucking, they were 1 round off. 2 rounds off.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, that's insane, dude. Vitality, if I'm being honest, Vitality should have 3-0'd them again. That's crazy. I wish they would have 3-0'd them again. That's awesome. All right. I think that's all I got for Counter-Strike today, man. If I learn anything else, you'll be the first to know.
Sounds good. Sounds good. Yeah, I enjoy our little back and forth or text chains throughout the week about fucking CS.
Yeah.
All right. Well, the NCAA National Championship is set.
Oh,
Well, hold on.
was
First, let
watching-
me get to this. UConn ladies won today. They won today.
Ooh.
First championship, first title in a couple years. Dude, they used to go fucking. They used to win every single year. Let me see when their last one was. They won today. They just obliterated everybody, and it wasn't even
Did they play?
South Carolina, I think. And
This is women's. I don't know a damn thing about it.
yeah.
So
Yeah, this is their first.
I don't know a
title.
damn thing about men's.
Damn, this is their first title since 2016.
Oh wow! So fucking
But I mean, they won in 95,
9
2000,
years.
02, 03, 04, 09, 2010, 2013, 2014, 2015, 2016, and 2025. And then they were runners up in 2022.
Well, you can't be mad out of 20 out of the last 30.
Hell.
Jesus Christ,
Yeah,
that's insane.
hell no. They're just,
Yeah,
they're
that's nuts.
insane. They're fucking, yeah, they're crazy. But yeah, Florida versus Houston. Tomorrow night, or Monday night, at 8:50 p.m. is the tip-off. That'll be a good
Yeah,
game.
dude, I was watching Florida Auburn. I was watching it at the bar, man. I was a little salty Auburn didn't win because I know when we made our bracket we had Auburn
Yeah, we
going
picked
all the way.
Auburn, yeah.
We took Auburn to take it.
Dude,
But
oh my God. In my personal, like my own bracket, I picked Duke to win it all. And they just folded Saturday night.
yeah.
Absolutely
Yeah.
crumbled.
How were you doing before that? Did you have Florida?
Yeah, my national championship was Florida
You were-
versus Duke.
Oh damn! You should have won.
Yeah,
Damn,
dude.
man.
I know.
Now you gotta hope Florida wins.
I know.
That's crazy.
The line is Florida -1, so it should be a good matchup.
Oh yeah.
Florida's
Yeah.
only favored 1, so it'll be a good national championship.
When is Monday night? Yeah.
Tomorrow night.
Did you say that?
Mhm.
Okay. That'll be a good one,
Yeah,
man.
so that'll be exciting. I'm
Yeah,
really
that'll be a
looking
good
forward
one.
to that one.
I'm rooting for Florida there. I'm hoping they win.
Me too. I am. The Blue Jackets will more than likely miss the playoffs this year.
Yeah, I was watching them get beat last night.
4-0
and the night
today.
before.
They lost 4-0 today to Ottawa.
Crazy.
We're 6 points behind the wild card spot, behind the second wild card spot. We're number 6 currently in the wild card standings. Need to be top 2. Yeah, we're 6 points behind with 6 games to go. We've got to win out, and we need everyone ahead of us to lose. That's just not going to happen. So
I don't think that's happening.
Yeah,
Unfortunate for us.
we're gonna miss it for this 4th straight time. Last time we made the playoffs was 2021. So it's been a rough 4 years.
Right.
But I mean, like this year's team, we weren't expecting anything major with the loss of Johnny Gaudreau, and we lost our best player.
Would you say they performed higher than expected?
Yeah, they exceeded our expectations for sure.
Oh, that's good. Hell yeah.
Yeah, I wasn't like this year. They were competitive and they were pushing for a playoff spot. You know, with 10 games left, we were right there. We were in number 2 with like 10 games left, but
Right.
just fell apart here at the end. And yeah, they definitely exceeded our expectations, and you know you can't be disappointed at that. But they gave us hope, and then they ripped our hearts out. Yeah.
You can't be disappointed at it, but I'm gonna.
Yeah, I'm gonna be for sure. They ripped our hearts out. They gave us hope, and
exactly.
nope, that's not happening. The first round of the playoffs start April 19th, so that'll be good. That'll be fun to watch. That'll run until June. So we've got a bunch of playoff hockey coming up. I love playoff hockey, dude. It's one of the most exciting times in all of the 4 major pro sports is playoff hockey. There's not much better than it.
Well, it seems like that 4 seasons or 4 nations or whatever.
4
4 nations. It seems that's gonna be coming up like in the next few years, I think people are going to start to really pay
Dude,
attention
I
to
think
that.
it's cool. I would love for them to do it every year. I would
Yeah,
absolutely
me too.
love.
Are they not?
No, I don't think so.
You don't know?
I don't think so. I
They
think they're
should
gonna do like an every other year or
definitely.
something, just to keep it
Every
like
other year would still be
prestigious.
cool, but
Something.
I definitely think it
Yeah,
should be
dude,
every
it would
year.
be sick to do every year, except for the Olympic years.
Yeah,
Yeah, because in Olympic years, you got the Olympics.
yeah. There's no point, right? You
Yeah,
already have
yeah,
USA.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah. Staying on the topic of hockey, Alex Ovechkin is now the leader for the most regular season
Mm,
goals in NHL history. He
oh
broke
yeah.
Wayne Gretzky's record today. He broke it today with a goal right from his office. Place Gretzky made famous. He fucking or
Right.
place Ovi made famous. It's just at the top of the point, right by the little circle by the goalie on the left side. He's nails him from there every time. Ironically that's where he scored his record breaking goal from. His office,
Oh
that's what
yeah.
they call it.
And then does a little penguin slide after, a little celly. I
Yeah,
love
yeah,
it,
you
dude.
saw that?
I love. Yeah, I did.
Yeah, dude,
I love it.
that was sick. That was sick. And dude, everyone just came and hugged him, congratulated him and
But
whatnot.
yeah, Wayne Gretzky was the first to congratulate
Yeah,
him. I'm
yeah.
pretty sure. Shook his hand
He
on the ice and everything. That's cool.
Ovechkin got the goalie's stick. The goalie that
Oh,
led up that goal. Yeah, he got his stick, kept it. He took off his jersey immediately after because that's definitely going to the Hall of Fame. So he
yeah,
took it off and switched jerseys and whatnot. And he's got the puck. He's probably going to keep the puck.
yeah, yeah. That's awesome, man.
Yeah, yeah, it's really
Now,
cool.
are people are people gonna? I mean, like, cause it's like widely known that Wayne Gretzky's like the greatest of all time,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. No,
So are people
Gretzky's forever
people
going to
are
be the goat.
okay, okay.
Because I
That's what
mean,
I was hoping.
let's look at their career assists.
Oh, oh
Like,
wow.
we'll just look at career points actually.
I was to say right that there is something that combines them. That's what I
Yeah,
thought.
yeah, points.
Yeah, yeah.
Alex Ovechkin, Wayne Gretzky has 2,800 total points, 2,850, and Alex Ovechkin has 1,600. Dude, Wayne Gretzky had almost 2,000 assists.
Oh my god.
Ovechkin has 724. Yeah, that dude, no
Oh my
one will ever be Wayne
oh
Gretzky.
my god.
Gretzky
All right. Yeah,
is
you're
bona
right.
fide the GOAT no matter what.
Yeah. Oh
Ovechkin
shit.
is probably the greatest goal scorer ever, but
Yeah.
fucking Ovechkin, there's never gonna be another or there's never gonna be another Gretzky, dude.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ever.
Yeah. That's fucking
What's
crazy.
crazy about this? They've played the same amount of career games,
Yeah.
1,487, same amount of career
Yeah.
games,
It's
and
crazy, dude.
Ovechkin has one more goal. Yeah, that's it's wild, dude. Wayne Gretzky is it's so far like I don't even know, dude. Like the gap from him to second place is like it's like the gap from LeBron to fucking Russell Westbrook or something. It's just, like, it's
Some
insane,
random one.
bro.
Yeah, that's funny.
Uh, Going to the topic of football, high state football to be exact. Spring practice is going well. It started going well. Lincoln Keenholz is
Okay.
leading the QB room right now, which I mean at this point it really means nothing. It's spring practice. They've still got summer and fall practice to go. So, but it's definitely to keep an eye on. Most
Oh,
football fans, not even a high state, most football fans figured Alabama transfer Julian Sand. He was a former 5-star. He's going to be a redshirt freshman this year. So he was a true freshman last year. He didn't play in 4 games, so he can redshirt whatever. So he's going to be a redshirt freshman this year. And most people just thought that he was going to take it because he was a former 5-star. When he entered the transfer portal as a true freshman, he'd been in college for like 2 weeks at this time. Because
right.
Saban retired, so he transferred out. He'd been in college football for like 2 weeks at this time. He was the number one quarterback on the portal, in the portal. So
That's crazy.
yeah, yeah,
So you're just beasting it out.
yeah. So most people just figured he would be QB1 heading into the Texas game, but I mean he's still very well good. Julian Sand good for sure, but don't sleep on Lincoln. Yeah, Lincoln was a 3-sport athlete in high school in South Dakota. He was Mr. South Dakota for football and basketball, I believe.
Oh wow.
Yeah, he also played baseball. So he's
So
just
he's
a
got some
crazy
height.
athlete.
I
Yeah,
imagine.
yeah, crazy athlete. 6'3", perfect. 6'3", 210
Oh
pounds.
wow.
He's a perfect quarterback size and whatnot. Perfect frame. He originally
Yeah.
committed to play for Kalen DeBoer, who is now Alabama's head coach. He committed to play for Kalen DeBoer at Washington before flipping late in the recruiting cycle. I think 2024. I think we just whiffed on a quarterback in 2024, maybe, or 2020. 2023. I think we whiffed on a quarterback in 2023, so we were like, hey, we need a late push for Julian or for Lincoln Keenholz. So we're gonna make a late push. Hopefully, get him. We did. He's been here. He's gonna be a redshirt sophomore this fall. So this will be his third year with the program. Good leader. Another QB to keep an eye on is true freshman Tavian St. Clair, or TSC as people call him. That's his nickname. He's a true freshman. He just enrolled in January, early enrollee. He was a 5-star from number 2 rated quarterback for his class. Number 1 rated quarterback, Bryce Underwood, went to Michigan. So that little rivalry there is going to feed generations. It's going to be a good rivalry. Yeah, Tavian St. Clair's out of Bell Fountain, Ohio.
Oh wow,
Homegrown kid. Homegrown kid, number 2 quarterback. He's probably going to be quarterback 3, QB3. He's so young. He's so young. You have Julian Sand and Lincoln Keenholz in front of you. You're not gonna. But I mean, I'm sure he's gonna get reps and shit.
Yeah, he'll get a lot of good experience.
Yeah, for sure. Especially because players now, it used to not be this way, but players now, a bunch of them, majority of them enroll early, if not all. They enroll. They graduate high school in December, and they enroll to the college, and they get to go through spring practice and all that.
Right.
He's got good size. Tavian St. Clair does. He's a pretty big kid. Let me look it up. I think he will be our starting quarterback here in a couple years. He's going to be a very good one. He's 6'4", 230 pounds. He's a big kid.
Wow.
18 years old.
Huge.
Born in 2006. It's fucking crazy, dude.
Yeah,
that is fucking crazy.
I don't like to hear.
Me neither. 18 years old, born in 2006. Fuck.
Yeah, it's absurd.
Yeah. Staying on the football topic, the NFL draft starts in a little over 2 weeks, April 24th.
Oh, that'll be cool.
Yeah, I'm excited to see where the Buckeyes go, or where the former Buckeyes go and whatnot. But I mean, the draft is always exciting.
Right.
Yeah, because anything can happen. I mean, for instance, in 2006, I think it was, Aaron Rodgers was projected to go top 5. He was projected to go number 1 to his hometown team in San Francisco. He dropped all the way to 22 to go to the Packers.
Damn.
So I mean, like anything can happen on draft night. It's fun to watch, fun to keep an eye on.
I mean, shit, wasn't Brady like a second round draft?
Brady was a 7th round pick,
It's even worse.
or maybe 6th.
That's insane.
Maybe 6th. He was pick 199, I believe.
Yeah, that's wow.
Yeah, and what's his name?
Talk about
Purdy.
slept on.
Brock Purdy, San Francisco's current quarterback. He was the last pick in the draft. So I mean, draft season's fun, dude. Anyone can turn out. Draft is scheduled to be held at Lambeau Field, home of the Green Bay Packers. So that'll be cool. I wonder if they're going to do it like on the field.
I imagine. Probably just put a put a stage on the field.
Yeah, it could be that, or they could, because like Lambeau Field, it's got like a big complex around it and shit.
Right.
Like it's a big attraction site, so it could just be like right on the outside. Simply at Lambeau Field, and it's adjacent Titletown district. So like, you've been to Blue Jackets games? They call it Arena District down there. That's what
Right.
that is.
Yeah.
So it'll probably take place on the grounds near Lambeau Field. I don't know if it'll be in. It may be. Let me go back to Ohio State football real quick. So you know what the black stripe is?
No.
So when you're a new recruit, it doesn't matter if you're a transfer and you're a senior coming in. It doesn't matter if you're a true freshman coming in. You get a black stripe on your helmet. Covers the red. When you lose the black stripe, that's when you officially become an Ohio State Buckeye. I don't know. I don't think it's like this anymore, but it used to be like you couldn't play until you lost your black stripe.
Oh wow.
I think you can play now, even if you've lost the black, or even if you haven't lost your black stripe. But it used to be like that. I mean, majority of the people who haven't lost their black stripes, they're not going to play. It happens once in a blue moon. You know, you still have your black stripe and you're playing. It happens once in a blue moon. But Quincy Porter Jr., the 4th rated receiver from 2025, he lost his black stripe. First freshman to do it this year. So.
Oh wow.
Something to look at. Yep. Quincy Porter Jr., I want to say he's like 6'5", 6'3", 200 pounds. He's going to be an animal. Number 2 rated player out of New Jersey. Yeah, he's going to be real good.
What position?
Receiver.
Did you say? Yeah, you did. Damn.
Yeah, receiver. He'll be phenomenal for us, I bet. I don't know how much playing time he's going to get this year, or even maybe next year. We've got if Carnell Tate decides to come back, if Brandon Ennis decides to come back, Jeremiah Smith is coming back. He can't leave yet.
Hmm.
Our wide receiver room is it's been loaded since fucking 2018, and it's gonna continue to be loaded until the end of Brian Hartline in Ohio State. Not uniform, but
Oh yeah,
sweater or whatever.
right. Sweater.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, hell
Uh,
yeah.
the Masters tournament starts this Thursday.
Yeah, I can't wait for that,
Dude,
man.
I'm so excited. Like every year when I go out to golf for the first time in spring, I'll go to the cheapest course around here that I can find. You know the name of the course. You know which course I'm talking about.
Yeah,
I don't want to slander it or anything, but yeah, you know which course I'm
right.
talking about. Cheapest course around here. It's not very good by any means. It's like your local
Yeah.
municipal course, but it's cheap. And when you go out there for the first time, it feels like you're stepping on Augusta. It really does.
Oh, it's
Dude,
awesome.
yeah, yeah, I love Augusta. It's in my opinion, it's the best tournament in all of golf. It's definitely the most
Bell
prestigious.
Fountain. Speaking of Bell Fountain, that quarterback being
Mm-hmm.
from Bell Fountain,
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty sure Bell Fountain is where I went to golf the other day,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
a
You were
couple
telling me
weeks
about yeah,
ago.
yeah.
Yeah,
With Rick and Wes.
yeah.
Yeah,
Pretty sure that was in Bell Fountain. Nice ass course up there, man.
yeah, yeah. I've never been golfing in Bell Fountain. I don't think.
Pretty sure I was up there.
There's Ladybug. Yeah, I bet you it's probably nice up there. In Bell Fountain, it's they have the highest elevation in Ohio, the little hill in Bell Fountain,
Yeah. That's
which
definitely where it was.
which is crazy considering that we don't have mountains in Ohio, but we have like the hills and shit down south. It's crazy that
Right.
highest point in Ohio is up north.
Well, as you're coming into Columbus from down south, you're just going uphill the whole time. You just
Yeah,
don't realize.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah. I guess like down near Circlesville and all that in
Right. You're
Scioto.
you're
Yeah,
you're actually low as hell. You're like
yeah,
in a valley at that point.
yeah. Um, what would you say the best tournament in golf is?
Fuck. I have always been a fan of the Ryder Cup, but that's not really
Yeah,
like
one every
a
4 years.
serious
Yeah,
tournament. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Yeah.
once every 4 years.
Um,
My favorite's probably the Masters.
I mean, the Masters is always nice. It's always a fan favorite. But if I actually had to choose, it'd probably be the PGA Championship.
Where's that at?
Um,
Is that
I want to say Scottsdale.
TPC Scottsdale?
Yeah, I think so.
That's no, that's the Waste Management Open.
Yeah, you're right. Fuck. What?
That's where hole 16 or 17 they got
Mm,
the stands. Dude, I was gonna say that's in my top three for sure. The Waste Management Open. The same with I
Yeah,
think TPC Sawgrass is
Sawgrass is awesome.
the Players Championship, not the PGA, but the Players.
PGA Championship. Oh, fucking Quail Hollow.
Quail
I
Hollow.
did.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
did know
yeah,
that.
yeah,
I
yeah.
did know that.
Do you think Scotty could go back to back and win his third overall green jacket?
No,
You don't?
I don't think he will. I don't think he will. No, don't get me wrong. There's always an option. There's always a chance. There's a chance for 20 of those dudes out there to win it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But but no, I think somebody else. I don't. I think the pressure behind three in a row is gonna. We'll get to him. I
No, not
think.
three in a row, back to back, but his third overall. He won in 22.
Oh.
22, 24, and then maybe this year. Dude, honestly, I think he could be a live guy. Like I'm thinking DeChambeau.
That's always an option.
I'm thinking DeChambeau.
Yeah.
Kepka can get hot. When Kepka gets hot, there's fucking not many people in the world better than him.
Something about Brooks Koepka just pisses me off. I
Really?
don't know what it is. I don't know what it
Well, dude,
is.
what's
I
interesting
don't know
about
if
him
it's a
is
screen or a swing. I don't know what it is.
golf was never his first option. It was always baseball.
Right.
And then he's a professional golfer, two-time major champion.
Yeah,
He,
it's
he
insane.
may be more two-time. He won two in the same year. I remember that. His two of them he won in the same year. Dude,
Yeah.
this record is always crazy to me. Hold on, I'm gonna pull up both. Tiger was world number one, for 281 consecutive weeks.
Damn. That's like 4 years.
More than that. More than
280.
that.
That's five. That's like 5 and a
81.
half years. It's like 5.5 years.
Yeah, 5.39 years. 5 years,
Yeah,
4 months, 19 days.
yeah,
That's
that's
almost
insane.
2,000 days. The
That's
next
insane.
closest, second place, is Scotty Scheffler with 82.
Yeah,
Or no, 97. Scheffler with 97. He's still a fucking 184 away.
that's crazy. That's crazy to think about that because back in the day, with all the super fucking good
I was
golfers,
gonna say, like, think about
um,
how many good golfers are from like Phil, Bubba Watson, Rory McIlroy,
right, or even older.
John Daly. Tiger played against Daly. Fucking
Yeah, but I'm
dude.
trying to think. I'm trying to say like before Tiger came into golf,
Oh, you're talking
there
like
was
Arnold Palmer and Jack Nicklaus.
yeah, yeah. Like how have they not beaten a 97 week streak?
World Golf. I wonder if they were out at that time. 1986 was the first official world golf ranking.
Fuck, that'd be it. Yeah,
When did
that's the
Nicklaus
reason.
retire?
Right, like fucking 81.
Well, he won.
I'm way off. I have zero idea.
Yeah, he retired in '05. Well, that's when he
Yeah, I was
retired for good. He
completely
joined the
guessing.
senior tour in 1990.
Okay, okay. Yeah, I was completely guessing. I had zero fucking idea.
So I mean, like he was there for he retired in '90. The world golf rankings came out in '86. So I wonder if he was like if he was the number one for. Let me look that up. How long was Jack Nicklaus number one in the world? He held the unofficial world number one rankings for 468 weeks, not consecutively, but that's before they had the world golf ranking. It
Yeah,
was a different ranking
yeah.
back then.
I know, I
Yeah, it doesn't say.
know. Yeah,
Think of,
it's
like
unfortunate. But
Sergio.
but if they had that, I'm sure that would have been beat. Don't get me wrong, Tiger would have probably beaten it, but
Yeah,
97 weeks would have been beaten.
for sure. Yeah,
Yeah, that's
yeah,
absurd. That's second.
yeah. See, that's the next
That's
closest.
absurd. Absurd.
Yeah, Tigers from June 2005 to October 2010. That's consecutive. Like I'm sure.
Yeah, that's five
How many
years.
weeks? That's consecutive. How many weeks has Tiger been number one? In total, Tiger spent 683 weeks atop the world number one standing. Holy fuck.
That's legitimately 12 years.
Yeah, he's spent 107 weeks at number two.
That's absurd. His
His cumulative at time at number one is more than 13 years. That is
Yeah,
insane. I don't think that'll ever be broken either. Be at the
I don't
top of
think
your
so.
game for 13 years. Be at the top of the game, not just your game, top of the game for 13 years. That's insane, dude.
Yeah, it's
That's
absurd.
fucking nuts.
That's why there's no arguing that he is the goat of
That's
golf.
that's more than half of our lifetime. Think
Yeah,
about that.
yeah, yeah. It is
That is nuts. Last thing I have to
great.
talk about for the day. Cincinnati Reds have lost, or at one point, Cincinnati Reds lost three straight games by a score of 1-0. Three straight,
Damn,
one
that's
to nothing.
unfortunate.
If you're letting up one run a game for three straight games, you should go 3-0 in that time. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
You should not be
yeah,
losing any games where you only let up one run.
yeah. That's absurd. I didn't even think about it like that, but yeah, that's absurd.
Yeah, like it's not pitching, it's
They
not
need they need to switch to those fucking Yankee bats.
torpedo bats, dude. Those
Yeah,
those are nuts. First time Yankees
yeah,
used them, they won 20-9. That's a fucking football score, dude.
yeah.
That's
It
a
was
fucking
insane.
football score.
It was
They let
insane.
not many times you let up 9 runs and win.
Hmm.
Not many times you let up one run and lose.
One run and lose.
The
Complete
odds of that
opposite
happening,
scenarios.
of losing three straight games to score 1-1 were 1 in 4.1 million. 1 in 4.1 million. Now here's the
That's why
craziest
I
part.
gamble.
Here's never know it can hit. Here's the craziest part. They broke the streak by losing 3-2, so they lost by 1 run again.
Oh my fucking god.
So the odds of losing four straight games by 1 run, three of them being 1-0, and The odds of that are 1 in 126 million. I want to look up the odds of hitting the lottery, hitting Powerball.
I think worse. I'm pretty sure you have better odds of that happening than the lottery still.
Yeah, 1 in 292 million
Yeah,
of being struck by lightning
that's way less. That's way
twice. Twice.
you have way yeah. I would say you have way more of a chance of getting struck by lightning.
The odds of getting struck by lightning twice in your lifetime is 1.9 or 1 in 9 million.
Yeah, exactly.
Dude. So you have a better odds of being struck by lightning like 10 times before you do losing the way that the Cincinnati Reds did for 4 straight games.
Well, I don't even know if you can get struck by lightning 10 times.
No, probably not. You're
Like I'm
dead.
pretty sure your heart can't.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
yeah,
don't
you're dead
think
at
you
that
can
point.
take that. Yeah,
Yes,
that's
the
fucking
Reds are
crazy.
historically and fucking the Reds are historically bad this year.
But
I
yeah,
think I think they've only won 2 games this year. I mean, they could shape up and get things going, but I highly doubt that.
right.
I guess I could throw one more thing in here. Yeah, they're 3-7, lost 2-8 today. Awful.
That's it. Just fucking suck.
I could throw one more thing in here. Cincinnati Bengals are threatening to leave Cincinnati
Oh, why?
because I think it's the city wants to do stadium renovations, and they want the Bengals to pay for it. So
Why?
the Bengals have up until I think June 30th to decide if they're going to use the stadium again because like they have their contracts up, but they have like I think they have 5 different options that they could pick up for 2 years at a time. So like they could be there for another 10 years without renegotiating contract. But the team decides if they pick up the option or not. So like if the team's like no, we don't want to pick up the option in 2026, they're going somewhere else.
The team, not the owner.
Yeah. Well, the owner. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, okay. I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah. The owner. The owner decides like, hey, we want to pick up this
Well, yeah,
option,
he
this
owns
contract
it.
or
No
whatnot.
shit,
Yeah.
he decides.
Yeah. Yeah. That's crazy. But what I think is happening is I think the Bengals are saying like, hey, they're bluffing. They're like, hey, we'll fucking move if you're making us pay for this whole thing. We'll fucking we don't care. We'll move. And that's their way of getting the city and the taxpayers and whatnot to pay for it. I don't think
Right.
Cincinnati's leaving. I mean, I wouldn't see the Bengals anywhere else. I just can't. It's like, yeah, I think they're just trying to bluff.
Get ready for the LA Bengals.
That's well, it's like I saw someone saying the talks of them coming to Columbus, and like
Columbus Bengals. Fuck that.
I just don't think any pro football team will come to Columbus.
I don't even
No
think there's
NFL team.
is there even room for a fucking stadium in Columbus?
They'll have to tear down Mott for it, old Crew Stadium. That's
Yeah.
probably a good site for a football stadium. Dude, like I would love to see a UFL team here, or like the Columbus Destroyers to come back, like an arena football team. Like I think that would be sick. But an NFL team in Columbus, Ohio, I don't think that'll ever happen because this like the
If
city,
If
like
so, they got to do a completely rebrand. You can't have bank.
well, not even that, just Ohio State, the dominance Ohio State has on the city of Columbus.
That's true.
No NFL team is going to want to take a backseat to a college football team. No.
That's true. That's true.
Like, there's no major college football team in Cleveland. There's no major college football team in Miami. I mean, you can say Miami football, they're ass. They haven't won shit since '02.
Yeah, true. True.
Like, yeah, like they're the NFL does not want to compete with college football teams. And
Where's um man? What am I trying to think? University of Texas
Austin, Texas.
makes sense
Yeah.
because there's no NFL team there.
Yep, Dallas and
Yep,
Houston.
and
are the
Houston.
only- yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, and me personally, as if I was an NFL owner, I wouldn't want to take a back seat and be the number 2 priority to a fucking college football team.
Yeah, exactly.
But
Makes no sense. It's
yeah.
a terrible business decision
Yeah, because
and financial decision.
especially if that NFL team sucks, no one's gonna want to attend the games. No one's gonna want to fucking do anything. They're not gonna spend money. They'd much rather go to the team that's winning, like Ohio State.
Yeah, and for cheaper tickets.
Yeah. There's never gonna be a pro football team in Tuscaloosa, Alabama.
Yeah,
There's never gonna be a pro football team in Baton Rouge. Louisiana, Baton
Mhm.
Rouge, Louisiana, like it's just not
Yeah,
going to happen. And there's
yeah,
never going to be a pro football team in Athens, Georgia, just because
yeah. It's
these
just
teams
not
don't want
happening.
to. Just like all those teams I named, I would argue LSU is bigger to Louisiana than the Saints, the New Orleans Saints. I would argue Georgia football is bigger in Georgia than the Atlanta Falcons. I would argue Ohio State football is
I
bigger than
That's how
any.
I know it's bigger because I was trying to think of an example in Georgia and I forgot about the Falcons.
Exactly.
That's how I know it's bigger.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think any NFL team is going to come to Columbus, Ohio.
Yeah, I agree.
And why would they? I don't blame them at all.
I mean, shit. College football's bigger in Ohio.
Yeah, yeah.
Fucking Bengals
And
suck at
Ohio is
Brown.
a football state.
Yeah,
Ohio is the birthplace of football.
I mean, Browns have freaking the longest losing streak in the NFL all day.
I don't know about losing streak. They
They
went
did.
0-16 one year.
Yeah,
In 2016, but in 08, the Lions went 0-16 also. The Lions were the first NFL team to go 0-16.
yeah. But I'm pretty sure the Browns lost like another 5 or 6 games after that, dude.
Maybe no, no, they broke it with a tie first game of the season against Pittsburgh, and then they lost, and then they beat it against someone
Do
else.
we consider that a fucking? How do you, first of all, there shouldn't be no fucking tying in football.
I agree. I agree.
That's fucking bullshit.
What's crazy about the
Hell,
Browns?
if you have to go to a call it a kickoff and fucking just back the field. The fucking kickers up 10 yards every
Yeah,
time they fucking
the
make
first
until
one to
they can't
miss.
no more. Yeah,
First one to miss.
I don't care. I don't care if we have to settle it like that, dude. Tie. There should be no ties in football.
The longest losing streak in NFL history is 29 consecutive games from 1942 to 1945 by the Chicago Cardinals,
Ah,
now known as Arizona. But
yeah.
since the NFL AFL merger, like since the Super Bowl era, Tampa Bay Buccaneers losing their first 26 games in franchise history. Can you
Yikes.
imagine being a new franchise and losing your first 26 fucking games?
No, I can't imagine.
Oh my god.
Oh my. Yeah, I'd be pissed.
Holy shit. I wonder how
Bankrupt
many
immediately.
regular season games there were in 1970.
Probably 13,
14 game schedule.
14.
Oh my god. So they went 0-14 one year, and then, what did I say, 28?
Oh,
26
yeah. Oh,
straight?
14.
And then they went like 2
So
and 14 or
potentially,
2 and 12 the second year.
yeah, and lost to 12 straight,
Oh
and then
my.
won
And
two
then won the
straight.
last two. Yeah.
Yeah,
That is fucking nuts. That's crazy.
yeah, that's insane.
Imagine being that bad.
That's terrible.
Like, how was there still a team at that point? Like,
Yeah, I mean, shit. Then they got Brady 30 years, 40 years later,
yeah.
50 years
I
later,
think that
won
was
him a
their
Super
first
Bowl.
ever Super Bowl.
Well,
Had to have
that's
been.
what happens.
I don't ever remember. Yeah, 2021. Oh, 03.
With who?
I don't know. I don't know if that's right. Yeah, Super Bowl championships. 2002, 2020.
Oh, two or three?
2002, but the 2002 season game was played February
Oh,
2003.
yeah, that's true. That's true. Did they
Uh,
play?
they went 12-4. It was John Gruden's first season as the Buccaneers head coach. He won the Super Bowl for the first time, beating the Oakland Raiders 48-21. That
Damn.
was their only Super Bowl appearance too until 2020. Damn, so they're 2-0 in the Super Bowl.
Good for them. Too bad their own 26 fucking regular season game.
Yeah, their first fucking.
Oh, shit. In their debut.
That's fucking awful, dude.
It's funny as fuck, actually.
Their quarterback was Brad Johnson.
I don't know why, but I thought you were about to say Brad Keselowski.
Dude, their backup was Rob Johnson.
Oh, dude, two brothers. Do you think they had Long Johnsons?
Probably more than likely, yeah. Dude, I'm looking at this. I don't recognize a single player from this team. Not
Do
a
you
single
recognize
one.
a single player from the Raiders?
I haven't looked at the Raiders, but if I had a guess, it'd be like Charles Woodson.
No. Well, then that's just unfortunate for him because that dude was a beast.
Yeah. I don't know if he was still there at the time, but yeah, Charles Woodson and Rod Woodson.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh wow! Oh wow! How did they lose? What the fuck?
Yeah, I don't know. Rich Gannon was their quarterback. I've heard of him.
It was rigged.
Must have been.
Had to have been.
Yeah, he must have been betting on it or something.
I mean, I was being born, so it had to have been rigged.
Patriots first Super Bowl, I think it was their first. They played against. No, they beat the Rams. There was one of them where they beat the Raiders also.
Who, the Patriots?
Yeah, versus Charles Woodson and the Raiders. I think Charles Woodson is 1-2 in Super Bowls.
Very unfortunate.
I think so. His one win was with the Green Bay Packers. So
He is a beast. He is.
dude, he is.
Charles Woodson
He
is
probably
no
is
joke.
the best defensive back ever. Either him or like Deion Sanders or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's all I had today. Pretty long. We
Yeah,
just
man.
sat
I
there and
think that's.
spitballed for the last like 10 minutes.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's all I've got too, man.
All
It was
right.
a good episode.
Yeah, for sure. If you guys enjoyed, like, subscribe.
Yeah, don't forget hit that bell as well, so you
I
know where
always
we're
forget to
at.
say
Hey,
that shit every time.
that rhyme. I just found a new rhyme scheme.
Hit that bell. What was it?
Hit that bell as well.
Oh hell yeah. Oh yeah. Next Monday at 1. It's gonna be our new
Fuck yeah,
episode.
boys.
Took last week off. There really wasn't much going on.
Yeah, there was nothing. Like all that CS shit I talked about literally came out like 3 days ago.
Yeah. Yeah, there really wasn't much.
Or well, probably like 5 days ago now. Man. I don't know. But yeah.
Yeah, next Monday the 14th. Check it out. Appreciate you
Yes,
guys.
sir. See you guys.